The arm wrestling world has recently been obsessed with the Georgians. They dominate in many weight classes, especially among the super heavyweights. But what is the reason behind this dominant presence in our sport? Welcome back to Hook&Roll Hungary. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Georgia is a small country with less than 4 million inhabitants. Yet among these we find some of the strongest people on the planet. Levan Saginashvili, Lasha Talakhadze, Konstantin Janashia and Revazi Nadarashvili are just a few examples of the many strength athletes this land delivers. Thanks to Arm Fight Factory, I recently had the opportunity to visit this exceptional place that mesmerized me with its spectacular landscapes, rich history, and of course the strength level of the athletes I encountered. I asked many what they think is the reason why they excel at strength sports. And the answer was usually something like, their rough history hardened their body and soul like the blacksmith hardens the steel of a sword. They've been selected this way. In other words, it is in their genes. They had no other choice than becoming strong not to get wiped out. They are obviously proud of their amazing history and rightfully so. But there are other countries as well that history did not treat in a merciful way. Let's take the most obvious one, my own country, Hungary. Yet we do not have near as many high-level strength athletes as Georgia. We excel at other sports, of course. So while genetics surely have to play an important role in the success of the Georgian in this field, I believe there has to be another reason too. And I think I know what that is. Let me present you my theory. I might oversimplify it, but it is a part of my nature. So the theory. It has a lot to do with psychology. As I mentioned, my own country, Hungary, excels at other sports. What are those sports? Water polo, swimming, kayak and canoe, fencing, just to mention a few of them. We have been frequently winning world championships and Olympic gold medals in these for about 100 years or so. There is nothing new about it. And I hold that this is of great importance. If we see that around us people can do certain things, we naturally suppose we are able to do similar ones. Whereas, if we don't see any examples of certain things, it is way harder to believe it. In fact, surrounding people will try to convince you that you are not capable of completing a particular task that they have never had success with. Wim Hof, whom most of you probably know, is notorious for doing challenges that are deemed impossible. In 2015, at the age of 55, he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the highest summit of the African continent, standing at 5,895 meters tall. He did it wearing just shorts and without bottled oxygen. He was not alone, but with 18 amateur trackers that were also wearing nothing else than shorts. On top of all this, they got to the peak in an astonishing 31 hours and 25 minutes with no signs of altitude sickness. This feat was previously thought to be impossible, but Wim knew he was able to pull off such feats, as he had climbed the Himalayas in 2007 in a similar fashion. His group therefore believed in him and believed in themselves. Wim cleared the path, showed the example and brought the mindset. Since then, a number of people have done similar feats. It seems breaking the ice is the hardest part. As you can see, I believe it is like a custom. In Georgia, it is a custom to be really good at strength sports. If you look at sports history, you can see trends. The Chinese are amazing at table tennis. The Jamaicans are unbelievable at short distance running. The Hungarians are genius at water polo. and the Georgians are unparalleled in strength sports. While it might not be the only reason they dominate the world of arm wrestling, it is surely one ingredient of their winning recipe. I have seen a training session in the gym of arm wrestling club Garajelebi, and the atmosphere and the mindset I witnessed there was nothing like I've seen in Central Europe. The guys there all train to become world champions, and they also see examples in their close environment. They train together with Bacho Saginashvili, Irakli Zirakashvili or Nugzari Chikadze that are all champions of the World Arm Wrestling Federation. They see arm wrestling as the #1 priority in their lives and train accordingly. They wake up and go to sleep with the notion of becoming a world champion. They always have this goal in front of their eyes. Not just a few who actually take the sport seriously, but there is a collective spirit, like a burning fire. You can see it in their eyes that they are convinced that when it comes to their passion, there is not one thing that is impossible. Compared to them, most professional arm wrestlers in Hungary would seem hobbyists. So I maintain, if we want to become rightful contenders of them, first we have to develop a similar mindset. Of course, if you see world-class athletes performing at world-class level in your environment, it is easier to believe in yourself. Again, I am not saying that the only thing that you need is to believe, but I am saying that you definitely need to believe, among other things. Even we Hungarians have a few arm wrestling world champions, like Mihai Józsa, who won numerous world championships in the master and grandmaster categories, or Brigitta Ivanfi, who won even in the senior class. They are the proof that we can do it too. Let them be our icebreakers and let's follow their path. I believe we can make a trend. But as for now, most of us have a lot to learn from our Georgian colleagues. Thanks for watching. I am Gabor from Hook&Roll, Hungary. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, here's an amazing opportunity to do so. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. If you even share it, you are truly unbelievable. Much love. Have a nice one.
I said I'm moving too far. Getting ground.